Hello Internet, the Sponge here with the second Judgement video on all three servers, House, Infinite, and Rewritten. And that's actually the biggest reason why you can't call this a carbon copy from DJYC 21215. It includes House in it. DJYC's video does not. This video will keep track of each server's pros and cons and points. 1 point given for a pro, 1 lost for a con. This video will be divided into parts. To start this entire thing off, we'll begin with part 1, pre-game Judgment. This part will take a look at each server's history and assign and remove points accordingly. First, House's history. House started right around the time Disney's Toontown closed, yet they developed the game without using any of Disney's original source code, unlike Rewritten and Infinite. I'll give a point for originality, even if this decision wasn't permanent. Shortly after, House released a pre-open alpha. Unfortunately, it flopped. But I know that they actually never intended to release the game at this state, and the only reason they actually did was because of an internal staff problem. So I'm not going to do very much about this. Much later, they were beginning to go on a second release when they were hacked by some toon pretending to be Sir Max. All we know that it wasn't actually Rewritten, as according to House, Rewritten actually tried to resolve the issue. Again, going to play with no bias and not remove or add any points. Shortly after, House came back, a bit better than ever. This time, ready for anything. They reopened their website and announced Beta 1. At this time, everybody, including me, thought House was gone for good. Charizard was right, point for House being the comeback hit. However, House has admitted to reusing Rewritten's code. I won't deduct a point from House, in fact I will add a point to Rewritten when we get there. Beta 1 has been going very well for House, I've been playing it for myself. Now, we'll move on from history and move on to the things House has added into the game. One of the things they've added in was the merry-go-round in Minnie's Melody Land. They did this in what I found to be a very clever way. It returned the merry-go-round in Minnie's Melody Land without interfering with the fishing pond. The keys around the fishing area spin without affecting the fishing pond at all. There's a point for a clever idea and bringing back something we thought was long gone. Another thing they've added into the game was a hardware factory, something similar to Infinite's new factory. It's a pretty interesting idea and it doesn't have any cons that weren't fixed. That's the point. It's something we've wanted for a long time. If you're wondering what this factory is, I'm actually going to explain it in the Infinite section, as they were the original creators. House also has something in development known as mega buildings. These buildings have an astonishing amount of cogs on the first floor. In fact, some developers have reported up to 16 on the first floor. And some of these cogs are actually version 3.0 cogs. These cogs have 3 lives. One is a normal cog, another is a skelecog, and a final life as a virtual skelecog. They are currently in development, but it's an interesting idea. However, this does have a downside. Nobody can defeat them. Not even the devs can fight with the cogs and take them down. This is a serious issue with these new cogs. Therefore, a point won't be scored. Now, moving on to Infinite. Infinite started in March, much later than its competition. It worked at an exponential rate, faster than Rewritten and House. It only took them a month to do what Rewritten took 5. However, there is a conspiracy that Infinite stole all of Rewritten's code to begin with. Even if Infinite did, they've removed all traces of Rewritten in the code. Therefore, many consider the theft irrelevant. I'm not going to add or subtract a point. Moving on, in March, there was a staff issue that involved rats, PayPal accounts, and a lot of drama. I'm not going to get into it, but it got ugly and their leader left. Their new leader was not very defined, but it was rumored to be Mark Gaskus. This was later proven to be true, as then Mark went on to fire Pascal, better known as Lefty Lemonzilla. This was an obvious mistake, and the rest of the team knew it. They moved on to fire Mark. Unfortunately, Pascal was one of the best developers on the team, and losing him ended up to be a decent setback. All this has been proof that Infinite has management issues, and it seems like the staff is unstable. -1 point. Moving on, Infinite has added lots of new things into the game. They've added a tougher factory, and I'll explain it here. This factory is actually based off an older version of the factory in Disney's Toontown. This factory had the 4-man up to a level 11. Infinite kept the upgraded 4-man and also bumped the other cogs up a level, making the entire factory a new challenge. Point. It's something we've wanted for a very long time. We've also included a brand new promotion system. This includes the user choosing whether or not to promote to the next cog or not. This includes letting the user choose whether to promote to the next cog or not, and much less grinding as a top cog, Hollywood's, Barons, etc. And changing the requirements for Cashbot, Lawbot, and Bossbot suit parts from tasks in a way similar to the Sellbot requirement. This new promotion system is a high source of controversy. Many think it's a good addition, making a less grindy game and a faster to pass through, while others think it's a poor idea, allowing for a short game and weak tunes in every boss fight, instead of just the VP. These were only 2 of the arguments used in debates about the subject. Therefore, no points will be added or subtracted. They've also added a feature to make a repercussion for losing boss battles. This feature removes a part from your suit, forcing you to do another factory or whatever you must do to get it back. They've removed the grind, so it's actually much less of an annoying feature, and it benefits the community in lots of ways, such as keeping tunes not meant for the battles out of the fight. Point. Finally, There are these new non-cog related features, such as the bank and the new library. These features I find to be very interesting and a general improvement. There's no need for an overgrinding in beans, and it finally puts use to two of the biggest buildings in Toontown Central. 1 point. Finally, Rewritten. Rewritten started way back in August 2013, over a year ago. They were the very first to start up, and it took a courageous stance for the game. Ever since, they've been seen as a leader of sorts, as House and Infinite have used some of their source code. Therefore, I'm going to add a point to Rewritten for acting as a leader. Much later, in March, Rewritten had a brand new idea, the Toontown Rewritten elections. This idea may have been the most controversial in Toontown's history. It was very polar. Some loved it, as it was innovative and the most fun many have had with the game, and many hated it, as they said it was a waste of time and it was pointless, as nothing was permanently added in. Therefore, I can't add or remove a point. Afterwards, Toonfest was announced. It was a general success. However, it could be argued that they could have been fixing bugs for the actual public release instead of working on the event. As much as I'd like to add a point, I can't, as I'd be considered biased. No point. Now, we'll move on to what Rewritten's added that's new. Sadly, as of now, not much cog related. Other than cogs, I've added a new fishing pond and Acorn Acres, as well as bringing the picnic games there as well. I consider this worth a point. They could also consider Toonfest a new annual edition, yet it's debatable as it's, again, annual. Therefore, no point change. Alright, that's the end of our first part. We've gone over each server's history and each server's features. Many points have been earned. Now, on to part 2, actual gameplay judgment. This will just show gameplay of each server with me narrating and critiquing it as we move through. Let's begin. First, House. We start off with a regular loading screen. I'll make a new tune to play on to show you through the tune creation process. To save time, I've edited a bit out of our tune creation, as you'll see. Hooray! Our tune has been made and is ready to enter the world. Unfortunately, there is no tutorial. Sadly, I must remove a point as this is technically a con. Well, new tune. The reason for this change was because I pre-recorded all of this footage and I recorded the tune creation after the actual gameplay. So we stroll along Silly Street with a playable frame rate. Once we enter, it really seems like the old game. We run through the streets when we find a field office. The first server to have them. Point. Even if this isn't your style, the fact that they were the first to bring them in is a decent point as a chosen initiative. Now, let's try out the actual cog fights. That's an inaccurate throw. I wonder why they changed the throw accuracy so much. Come to think of it, so is Infinite. Throw misses more on that server as well. I understand they've wanted to make the game harder, but this doesn't do much. As long as there is lore, accuracy is almost irrelevant. Before you say lore has low accuracy, trap increases the lore accuracy drastically. Well, it's debatable, we'll say. Now, I will move on to the brand new merry-go-round in Minnie's Melody Land. It's pretty interesting. They've put in the merry-go-round without changing the fishing area. How, you ask? Well, the keys that surround the fishing pond have been rebuilt to rotate around, starting out fast and slowing down over time. Very interesting. I've already added a point, therefore I want to add another one. That's all the gameplay I have for House. It's not much, and the reason for this was there was only 2 tunes when I recorded. Now, we're only going to do a small amount of gameplay from Infinite, and all of that we'll do is compare it to Rewritten. Its frame rate and lag times to Rewritten. Why, you may ask? I haven't had much time to grow my tune on Infinite. He's only 17 laugh. So, to compare the server's loading times and frames per second, we'll use the ratio that we'll see in our quick comparison.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. 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 Meow.
Well, looking at the gameplay, there isn't much of a difference. Some may argue the fact that these were just street battles, but many others have reported a small or non-existent frame per second and lag difference between the two. So, I'll just use rewritten footage for both Infinite and rewritten Judgment. So, if rewritten plays slow, I'll say that Infinite will run the same as rewritten with the same amount of people. So, since we've already started with base footage, we'll immediately jump into a building and then a bullion. Moving on. It turns out luck isn't on our side, and we have 2 cogs on the first floor. It'll be a tough building. The first floor goes pretty smoothly with no missed gags or any poor decisions. Moving on to the second floor, we want to get out to the first cog with ease, but up. Our lore missing didn't help much either. Shifting to the third, we get 2 cogs, using trap to increase our lure accuracy. We got the cogs lured. 2 more cogs arrived, yet we took them out using the basic gag strategies I told you about in one of my previous videos. Fourth floor. Lucky for us, we get a name dropper invasion, which will double our experience. We'll shift through the 4th and 5th floor and head to the bullion mint. Into the bullion mint. Our bullion mint is pretty simple and doesn't have much lag in it. We had a good run and there weren't many issues. Feel free to watch, but if you don't want to watch this or the VP, click the annotation. If you would like to watch it and compare for yourself, feel free to do so. I couldn't find any issues worth removing or adding point, as I knew Mint Infinite suffered most of these issues. Also, there is no commentary. The reason for this is a lack of time. Again, I may be wrong. Feel free to look it over. If you don't want to, again, click this annotation.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow. Meow 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 meow.
Now, that part was decently long. Let's move on to the third part, our conclusion. I understand I said I'd do a part about each community, but I decided it was a poor idea as my experience can't account for all of yours. Moving on, let's tally up the points. If you've been keeping count of them, you may already know the winner. So, let's tally up House's points first, positive and negative. That equates to about 4 points for House. Infinite gets 2 points, and Rewritten also gets 2 points. So, that's it. House wins. If you want to use this point ideal, go ahead. That's your opinion. In fact, this entire thing could change basically on opinion. Remember those game features I considered debatable? If we considered those to be neutral points, points that could go to any server, positive or negative, depending on whether you like each feature or not, you get 9 points. That's more than every server's total combined. That's enough to completely turn entire tides. Heck, I may have even missed out on some of the features. So, my conclusion is, it's your choice. Just choose wisely. All I ask. It's been a long video. I think we're done with the judgment. See you in the next video.